Pokemon! Woo! Who doesn't love Pokemon? We got all kinds of favorite like Pikachu, Charizard, Klefki. There are so many cool Pokemon out there, and not only that, it's gotten so popular that it's getting into the news. Like, wow, this is so cool. Look at everyone becoming so much closer and making new friends. Look at that. Yeah, well, more specifically, people are going crazy over the Pokemon cards. They are addicting, and I should know. I used to be addicted to them. Yep, I was once a Pokemon card fiend, paying way too much money for scalping. So if you're watching my TikToks around 2021, I just want to let you know the money that I made from them, it's gone. I spent it all. And the worst part is I'm still recovering, mainly because TGC Pocket Edition is really fun and the EV card just came out and of course I have to collect them. But anyways, this isn't about the collecting cards, because this is about the card game. Yeah, because I'm one of the few people on this earth that actually knows how to play the Pokemon card game. I feel like most Pokemon card fans are just in it for collecting. It was rare that I met someone who actually knew how to play the game. It kinda sucked because I was interested but knew absolutely no one who knew how to play, but then one day my friend learned how to play. I immediately asked him to teach me how to play the game and he agreed. After searching a few stores, I was able to find a pre-made deck box, and it was actually pretty sick. I kept the Mewtwo card and added it to my Psychic deck. And after that, I knew how to play. During this time, I was in school, but I was on break. So when I went back, I took all my cards, hoping to find other nerds like me. And I did. We'll call this guy Jake, and Jake was actually a pretty cool guy. I did have to teach him how to play, but he did want to learn. I did not force him, and after that, we started to play together. Eventually, we found a card shop and found other people who liked to play. It was just casual games, nothing too serious. It was mainly just friends playing with each other. And then this was during the time I was perfecting my Psychic Dark type deck. I don't want to brag or anything, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. One day, Jake messaged me and said there was a tournament in the next town over, and I was super excited. The prize was just a trainer box and other cool cards, but during this time, we both really got into the card game and started opening more packs at the cost of food and utilities, but it was worth it. I don't need things like heat or water. I have plenty of those energy cards. Hang on, I need to charge my phone. Why isn't it water? After that, we looked up the rules and made the appropriate decks and we set off. Now, in the TGC community, there are some stereotypes you may have heard of, where people say that they're socially awkward, they do weird things.
I wish you would. Do it! Come on! Hand trap me! I dare you!
They stink. But like most stereotypes in life, they're true. The moment me and Jake walked in, we instantly got hit with the stink. During this time, COVID restrictions were being lifted, but some people still chose to wear masks. I still wore a mask mainly because we were going to be in a crowded area. But the smell was so bad, we knew we were going to get a headache after a while. But then I remembered if you pour peppermint oil in your mask, it will mask out any bad smell. So we drove to a Dollar General, found the oil, drove back, just so we can play in a card game tournament. Just so we can play in a card game tournament. It did actually help out a lot during the beginning, but towards the end, it started to wear off. And it wore off at the worst possible time. Subtle foreshadowing. But we made it to the signups and started to practice with other people before the tournament started. During this time, the first red flag was drawn. To give a little bit of context, I'm actually in the possession of a very rare card. Hold up, let me get it. This is where I keep my deck and some of my very, all my cool cards. Bam! Hopefully it's in focus. Hopefully it's in focus, if not, I'll just put a picture of it. It is a Rainbow Rare VMAX Single Strike Umbreon card. Yes, this is 100% real, and I did faint the moment I got it. Not only is Umbreon one of my favorite EV evolutions, it has the most aura, and it's just so cool. It's a rainbow. Like, what else can I say? This card is glorious. So I'm practicing, I busted out this card and everyone immediately wanted to see it. People are leaving their games right in the middle just to witness it. You got a line going out the store just for people to take a picture with it. It's signing people's shirts. Yeah, it's gonna be a 6-hour wait time for the Rainbow Rare VMAX Umbreon, but I can save your spot if you're interested in that. But one guy did not like that. More specifically, he didn't like the fact that I was using a very rare and expensive card. He looked at me and said, "Hey,
Why are you using such a rare card in your deck?
He did sound like that. I looked at him and I was just like, yeah, just the flex, bro. I said it like that because I thought I wasn't serious, but I was very wrong. He began going off on a rant saying how rare that card was, and I was ruining the value of it by bringing it out into the public. Now, I do understand where he's coming from, but at the end of the day, it's still my card, and I can do whatever I want with it. If I want to bust out my Rainbow Rare VMAX Umbreon, I'm gonna bust out my Rainbow Rare VMAX Umbreon. I'm just gonna say Umbreon at this point is just too much. But as you guys saw, I used protective sleeves. I made sure everyone washed their hands before they touched it. That's not a joke. I had hand sanitizer with me. And it wasn't like I was Patrick in that one episode of SpongeBob where he was doing shit like picking his teeth with it, getting food on it, probably wiping his ass with it. Patrick was horrible during that episode. I just want to get that out. I explained this to him, but he still wasn't happy. But eventually everyone around him told him to back off, and which he did. I just want to say thank you for that. If you were one of those people there, or if you were in a situation like that, I just want to say thank you for doing that. That was kind of you. But now we get into the weird stuff, because the tournament began. I faced my first opponent and things were going smooth until I played my Gardevoir card. Now for those who don't know, in the Pokemon community, Gardevoir is special to them. When it comes to the community, and by special, I mean people are attracted to this Pokemon. I don't know why they're like this, but I made the mistake of playing Gardevoir V, and the moment I played, my opponent looked directly at it and shouted, "Ooh, mommy!" Yes, in a small corner, in a card shop, a small card shop, somebody shouted, "Ooh, mommy." Literally the definition of calm down son, it's just a drawing. The worst part is other people just looked at him and were kind of just like, why did you do that? Which he then pointed at the card and they said, oh, okay. Like, what do you mean okay? Dude just objectified a plastic card and all you have to say is okay? Is everyone gonna be doing this to my Gardevoir? Back, you savages! Literally the next game after, I did beat him with the Gardevoir, by the way. Wait, fuck. He might have actually enjoyed that. Shit. I got to the next game, only for my opponent not to do that, but to do something so much worse. The moment I sent out that card, he proceeded to shout, "Awooga," and stomped his foot on the floor repeatedly. I'm just gonna stop playing this card. I understand when you're with your friends, you act differently. You do things differently. A bit odd for a laugh. Granted, other people around him did laugh, but those were probably his friends and they know him and accept him for who he is. But when you're with a total stranger, it's not normal. I wanted to stop existing right then and there, but I ignored the cringe and kept playing. Jake unfortunately lost in the second round and was ready to go, but I wanted to keep playing. Due to us still being in school, we were unfortunately not able to play a whole lot, so I wanted to play as much as I could before we had to go back to school. I beat my opponent again, and this time with an Umbreon, and we moved on to the third round. During this time, the oil started to wear off. I didn't add a whole lot because I didn't want it to be overpowering, I just wanted to black out the bad smell. But my next opponent probably didn't know that, but still took advantage of it. Weirdly enough, he didn't smell bad, but he burped a lot. And they weren't big burps, just small ones where he would cover them up with his mouth and then just blew them out. Kind of just like, and it looked kind of like that. While this may not seem like a big deal, the burps smelled horrible. And he would always aim for the middle of the board so it would just spread everywhere. It was so bad, I started to tear up a little and even noticed the other people sitting next to us started to look annoyed at him. Bros giving coughing and wheezing a run for their money. And dude didn't even notice, like motherfucker was just sitting there just like...
Yeah, it's all coming together now.
And it was non-stop, burp after burp after burp. I feel like there was no point into asking him to stop since it was clear the burps were going to keep coming and no matter where he aimed, someone would suffer. Like bro's diet consisted of loaves of bread and the burping soda from Jimmy Neutron. Guys, it was so bad I ended up forfeiting. I know I was just telling my friend how I wanted to stay longer, but guys, it was so bad. There were a few more rounds after that, but me and my friend just ended up deciding to leave. In the end, we ended up leaving empty-handed. There was another tournament the next month, I think, something like that, but we both decided to skip it, and the rest after that. It was also around this time when my bank account was really low and I was spending way too much money on these things, so I stopped collecting cards. As you can see, I still have the cards I collected, and there's even more in the back. Yeah, even when I'm broke, I'm never selling these cards. I'm getting burned up with these cards. Not in the sense that I'm going to hell, more of the I just want to be cremated. I just want to get that out there. So if you are interested in going to Pokemon card tournaments, this video may have swayed your decision, I still recommend going out and checking out the card tournaments. Maybe yours could be different, or maybe yours is significantly worse, in which I suggest you make a YouTube video about it. Thank you guys for watching, and remember to drink water.